Background 1773 to 1798. Background British established dual system in Bengal, which proved to be curse for the people of Bengal. When famine came, more than 1 crore people died due to company's dual system policy. This happened because people were left with nothing to pay tax to company. In such scenarios, a company's revenue also decreased. Then East India Company understood the dual system was not even good for them, and finally they removed it in 1772. Overview. Then East India Company ventured to expand its rule by establishing political administrative structure in Bengal, in which following events took place. Warren Hastings 1772 থেকে 85 অবধি, এবং রেগুলেটিং অ্যাক্ট এলো 1773-এ, পিটস ইন্ডিয়া অ্যাক্ট এলো 1784-তে, কর্নওয়ালিস এলো 1786 থেকে 93-এ, তারপর হচ্ছে জন শোর এলো। তো ফার্স্ট হচ্ছে ওয়ারেন হেস্টিংস। হি বিকেম দ্য গভর্নর অফ ফোর্ট উইলিয়াম or governor of Bengal in 1772. He laid the strong foundation of company rule in India, ended the dual system in Bengal, cut Bengal's Nawab's annual allowance, stopped Mughals emperor 26 lakh annual payment, Treaty of Allahabad, established a board of revenue, that is Diwani works, appointed collectors and other revenue officials, started lease by itaradari system, auctioning the land for 5 years to the highest bidder in Bengal, shifted treasury to Calcutta, became the capital of Bengal. 1772 founded civil and criminal court in each district. দিওয়ানি কোর্ট হচ্ছে সিভিলের জন্য, আর ফৌজদারি হচ্ছে ক্রিমিনাল কেসেসের জন্য। অ্যাপিলেট কোর্টস ওয়ার এস্টাবলিশড টু হায়ার দ্যান ডিস্ট্রিক্ট কোর্টস। অ্যাবলিশ দ্য সিস্টেম অফ দাস্তাক, যেটা ফ্রি পাসেস টু রেগুলেট ইন্টারনাল ট্রেড। Enforce a uniform tariff of 2.5% for Indian and non-Indian goods. In 1781, he founded the Calcutta Madrasa for promotion of Islamic studies. This was the first educational institute established by the company's government. 1784, Asiatic Society of Bengal by William Jones. Charles Wilkins translated Gita in English. ওয়ার্স ফার্স্ট রোহিলা ওয়ার হয়েছিল 1773-তে। রোহিলখান্ড লোকেশন নর্থ ওয়েস্ট টু আওয়াধ, মেনলি ওয়েস্টার্ন ইউপি অফ টুডেজ ইনক্লুডিং শাহরামপুর আর মিরাট। সুজাউদ্দৌলা নবাব অফ আওয়াধ অ্যাটাক রোহিলাস। The Nawab was supported by the troops of the East India Company according to the offensive and defensive treaty. The result, Rohilkhand fell to Awadh and was plundered and occupied. First Anglo-Maratha War, Treaty of Salwai, East India Company gets to interfere the internal politics of Marathas. And Second Anglo-Mysore War, 1780 to 1884. Impeachment of Warren Hastings. Impeachment happened in England on charges related to Rohilla War, case of Nanda Kumar, treatment of Raja Chait Singh of Benaras, the pressure on the Begums of Awadh. Nanda Kumar was an influential official in Bengal. He was hanged to death by the verdict of the Supreme Court at Calcutta for a petty offence of forgery. It was contended that Warren Hastings and the judge of Supreme Court conspired against Nanda Kumar. Warren Hastings imposed heavy penalty on Raja Chait Singh of Benaras for his delay in payment of tribute and deposed him in an unjust manner. The Begums of Awadh were mother and grandmother of the Nawab of Awadh. Warren Hastings helped Nawab by sending his troop to squeeze out money from the Begums. Estimates of Warren Hastings considered Indian culture as a basis for the sound Indian administration. He patronized the learning of Indian languages and arts. It was on the foundation which Warren Hastings laid down that others erected as a stately edifice. Regulating Act of 1773. First step by the British government, Parliament, to exert control in India and regulate the affairs of East India Company. গিভিং পলিটিক্যাল স্ট্রাকচার টু দ্য রোল, এক্সিস্টিং স্ট্রাকচার কী হয়েছিল ইন্ডিয়াতে, গভর্নর প্লাস কাউন্সিল ইন ইচ অ্যাট প্রেসিডেন্সি, অল থ্রি প্রেসিডেন্সিস ওয়ার ইকুয়াল. In England, Court of Directors, the topmost of shareholders. Reasons for bringing the Act: to address the problem of management of company in India, East India Company was on verge of bankruptcy and asked government for a loan, while its officers were rich. To address the problem of dual system of governance instituted by Lord Clive, the East India Company was now a semi-sovereign political entity in India. It had revenue rights. It worried the King of England about his authority over East India Company. So Lord's North Committee submitted a report based on which the Act was framed. Provisions of the Act: Court of Directors term increased from 1 to 4 years, with one-fourth retiring every year and not eligible for re-election. East India Company to produce all its paper related to military and revenue to the Chancellor of Exchequer, British Finance Secretary. Made the presidencies of Bombay and Madras as subordinate to the presidency of Calcutta. Governor of Bengal, that is governor of Governor of Bengal, Governor of William of Fort William, বেঙ্গলের 5 year tenure. ফার্স্ট গভর্নর অফ বেঙ্গল হয়েছিল রবার্ট ক্লাইভ, 1758 হয়েছিল, 60 আবার 1765 হয়েছিল. লাস্ট গভর্নর অফ বেঙ্গল ওয়ারেন হেস্টিং. ফার্স্ট গভর্নর জেনারেল অফ বেঙ্গল ওয়ারেন হেস্টিংস. সেকেন্ড গভর্নর জেনারেল অফ বেঙ্গল স্যার জন ম্যাকপারসন. থার্ড গভর্নর জেনারেল অফ বেঙ্গল লর্ড কর্নওয়ালিস. ফোর্থ গভর্নর জেনারেল অফ বেঙ্গল স্যার জন শোর. ঠিক আছে. কাউন্সিল অফ 4 members to assist Governor General of Fort William. Decisions in councils to be taken via majority. In case of a tie, governor's vote would act as tiebreaker. Governor General supreme over other presidencies or governors in matter of peace and war. But this soon proved to be problematic as friction came between governors. Example: during First Anglo-Maratha War, Governor General of Bengal versus Governor of Bombay. Establishment of an independent Supreme Court at Calcutta, 1 Chief Justice and 3 judges. Eliza Impey, first Chief Justice of Supreme Court. No private trade of or any gift, cash acceptance by any officer of the East India Company, including Governor General, Council members, Supreme Court members. Merits: Act of 1773 put an end to an arbitrary rule of company. It provided a written constitution for East India Company rule and acknowledged or accepted its political and administrative responsibilities. During dual system, East India Company enjoyed power without any responsibility. It provided a framework for all future enactments relating to the governing of India. Demerits: Governor General was made powerless because the council, which was given supreme power, often created deadlocks by overruling his decision. তারপর এলো পিটস ইন্ডিয়া অ্যাক্ট, introduced by William Pitt, the junior Prime Minister of Britain. He made the following changes: established a system of dual government, distinguished between the commercial and political functions of the company. Formation of board of control appointed by the crown, who would be working alongside Court of Directors. Court of Directors কি করবে? To look after the commercial functions representing the East India Company, and Board of Control to look after the political affairs representing the crown. East India Company's territories in India were designated officially as the British possessions in India. Also reduced the members in Governor General Council from 4 to 3. Authorized Court of Directors to make all recruitments in India along with the commercial affairs. Supreme Court made only for British subjects in India. Governor General of Bengal can't declare war without permission from the Parliament. Later this proved to be difficult to follow, as Governor General had to take quick action in face of war and could not wait for 6 months for letter of permission from Parliament. Charter Act of 1786, তারপরে এলো Governor General of Bengal was given special power, that is veto, to override his council. তারপর আসছে কর্নওয়ালিস, লর্ড কর্নওয়ালিস. লর্ড কর্নওয়ালিসের আগে এসেছিল কি ওয়ারেন হেস্টিংস, তারপর এসেছিল জন ম্যাকপারসন, তারপর হচ্ছে লর্ড কর্নওয়ালিস। তো থার্ড গভর্নর জেনারেল অফ বেঙ্গল, first non-East India Company employee to become Governor General, high-ranking aristocrat in Britain, commander of defeated British Army in the American War of Independence, Yorktown 1781. রেভিনিউ কী কী করেছিল? রেভিনিউ রিফর্ম করেছিল, অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেটিভ রিফর্ম করেছিল, জুডিশিয়াল রিফর্ম করেছিল, পুলিশ রিফর্ম করেছিল, পার্মানেন্ট সেটেল অফ বেঙ্গল করেছিল, ফাদার অফ সিভিল সার্ভিসেস ইন ইন্ডিয়া, আর কর্নওয়ালিস কোড। ঠিক আছে, রেভিনিউ রিফর্মস, অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেটিভ রিফর্মস, জুডিশিয়াল রিফর্মস, তারপর হচ্ছে পুলিশ রিফর্মস, তারপর হচ্ছে পার্মানেন্ট সেটেলমেন্ট অফ বেঙ্গল, ফাদার অফ সিভিল সার্ভিস আর কর্নওয়ালিস কোড। ঠিক আছে, অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেটিভ রিফর্মস, laid foundation of IAS by making appointments on the basis of merit in civil services, raised salary of company servants to stop private trade and corruptions, Europeanization of the services. He didn't trust Indians at all. All high Indian officials were dismissed and all posts worth more than £500 a year were reserved for the Europeans. Separation of power between commercial, judicial and revenue officials. রুসো যেটা বলেছিল, জুডিশিয়াল পাওয়ার্স অফ কালেক্টর্স ওয়ার টেকেন অ্যাওয়ে, নাও অনলি রেভিনিউ। জুডিশিয়াল রিফর্মস, Cornwallis Code, district judge in every district judge was vested with judicial and magisterial police powers, today's যেটা DM. 4 provincial courts at Calcutta, Dhaka, Patna and Murshidabad along with district courts. These provincial courts were second level courts like circuit court above the district court. Faujdari criminal courts with Indian judges were abolished, didn't trust Indians. Highest court of appeals were made at Calcutta. Sardar Diwani Adalat মানে সিভিল কেসেস দেখবে, সর্দার নিজামাত আদালত ল অ্যান্ড অর্ডার দেখবে। Both of them were presided over by the Governor General and his council. Separate Hindu and Muslim laws were codified. In 1791, Sanskrit College, যেটা বেনারসে আছে, established by Jonathan Duncan. The only aim of this college was to study Hindu law and philosophy so that justice could be according to the Hindu tradition. তারপর আসছে পুলিশ রিফর্মস, relieved the jamindars from police, established regular police force, established thanas in district under darogas who were Indians, district judge, control the police, magisterial power. জন শোর, এটা হলো যে লর্ড কর্নওয়ালিসের ব্যাপার। জন শোর, আচ্ছা তাহলে ফার্স্ট গভর্নর জেনারেল কে হচ্ছে? ফার্স্ট গভর্নর অফ বেঙ্গল হচ্ছে রবার্ট ক্লাইভ, তারপর লাস্ট গভর্নর অফ বেঙ্গল হচ্ছে ওয়ারেন হেস্টিংস, ফার্স্ট গভর্নর জেনারেল অফ বেঙ্গল হচ্ছে ওয়ারেন হেস্টিংস, সেকেন্ড গভর্নর জেনারেল অফ বেঙ্গল স্যার জন ম্যাকপারসন, থার্ড গভর্নর জেনারেল অফ বেঙ্গল লর্ড কর্নওয়ালিস, ফোর্থ গভর্নর জেনারেল অফ বেঙ্গল স্যার জন শোর। ঠিক আছে, জন শোর, the fourth governor general of Bengal. He was the principal revenue advisor during the regime of the first governor general of Bengal, Warren Hastings. Most of the reforms in the revenue administration during 1786 to 90 were introduced by the Shore, assisted Lord Cornwallis, third governor general of Bengal. Though during his tenure as Governor General nothing much happened, he followed the non-intervention policy with other states and territories. This resulted in the Nizam employing French officers to train his army, thus decreasing the English influence. The Marathas and the Tipu Sultan also sought the help of French, thus undermining the British.